shocking, but I actually watched through an entire box set that I recently bought. Gothic Fantastico. And it's got 4 Italian horror movies, Gothic horror, sort of. And I watched all of them. What did I think? So the movies, this set has Lady Morgan's Vengeance. None of these movies I'd ever heard of or seen personally, but Lady Morgan's Vengeance was the first one I watched. It's kind of like this ghost story set in a castle, I think in Scotland. It's questionable how much it looks like a castle, but it's sort of a castle. It has a pretty unique, spin on something pretty familiar. And then there's the Blancheville Monster, which is way more definitely Gothic castle, Gothic horror, where you kind of have to, figure out what's actually going on. There's a lot of similarities between these two movies, minus the ghost angle, basically. Then there's The Third Eye, which takes a different turn, although it's also there's a large palace, basically. I guess this isn't really a palace, but it's like a mansion or something out on a farm, I believe, or what maybe used to be a farm. So each of these movies has a large house, mansion, castle, palace, whatever, of some kind. That's one thing that helps them all feel Gothic. But this is even a little darker than the other two, especially where it goes by the end, but it's pretty good. And Franco Nero is great in this, I have to say. So is everybody. All the actors in this are good. So I liked the other two. This one stepped it up a notch. And then I just watched The Witch, which I think steps it up yet another notch. And this was more like psychological kind of horror, but definitely in a large palace. It's a little bit more modern than the other movies feeling, but it is I don't know, much more. There's an artistic element to this that is being leaned into. It's very cool. And this is a limited edition set, so there's a booklet, which and there's a a reversible poster. Poster's actually pretty cool. Might as well do that, huh? Yeah. It's double-sided. It's got horror, which I think, is that the second movie? The Blancheville. I don't remember if this was the first or second movie, but it was one of those. It's not the title that we have here. And then there's the Third Eye with Franco Nero. Very cool poster. And then there's a cool book. Having watched these movies, I enjoyed all of them, but as I said, the last two, the Third Eye and The Witch, were especially good. But they're all worth watching. This book has these shiny, somewhat glossy, yeah, you can see the gloss, like photographs almost of stills from the movies in them. It's pretty good. It's a good booklet. And there's a ton of special features, which I've only barely tapped into. But what I have tapped into was well worth my time. So this Arrow box set, which I didn't buy immediately. I wasn't sure if I cared, but I decided I needed to check it out. Gothic Fantastico is well worth your money. I would check it out if you're into Italian cinema or Italian horror or just horror or just want something different to watch. None of this is overly gory, although there's certainly some, bad behavior in these movies. So, but nothing crazy, really. And it's almost refreshing, you know, to, I would love to see modern takes on these things. One day, perhaps. Anyway, I highly recommend it. It's still available. I checked both on Amazon and Diabolic DVD. They both have copies, so go pick it up. Until next time, like and subscribe. Peace.